Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Srimad Bhagavatam, Canto 1, Chapter 2, Text 5. Munaya sādhu prishtoham bhavadbir loka-maṅgalam yakrita Krishna samprashno yenatma suprasīdati. Muneha, O sages, sadhu, this is relevant. Krishna, question, aham, myself, bhavadbihi, by all of you, loka, the world, mangalam, welfare, yat, because, kritaha, made, Krishna, the personality of Godhead, samprashnaha, relevant question, yena, by which, atma, self, suprasīdati, completely pleased. Translation, O sages, I have been justly questioned by you. Your questions are worthy because they relate to Lord Krishna and so are of relevance to the world's welfare. Only questions of this sort are capable of completely satisfying the self. Purport. Since it has been stated herein before that in the Srimad Bhagavatam, the absolute truth is to be known, the questions of the sages of Naimiṣāraṇya are proper and just because they pertain to Krishna, who is the Supreme Personality of Godhead, the absolute truth. In Bhagavad Gita 15:15, the personality of Godhead says that in all the Vedas, there is nothing but the urge for searching after him, Lord Krishna. Thus, the questions that pertain to Krishna are the sum and substance of all the Vedic inquiries. The whole world is full of questions and answers. The birds, bees, and men are all busy in the matter of perpetual questions and answers. In the morning, the birds in the nest become busy with questions and answers. And in the evening, also the same birds come back and again become busy with questions and answers. The human being, unless he is fast asleep at night, is busy with questions and answers. The businessmen in the market are busy with questions and answers. And so also the lawyers in the court and the students in the schools and colleges. The legislators in the parliament are also busy with questions and answers, and the politicians and the press representatives are all busy with questions and answers. Although they go on making such questions and answers for their whole lives, they are not at all satisfied. Satisfaction of the soul can only be obtained by questions and answers on the subject of Krishna. Krishna is our most intimate master, friend, father or son and subject of conjugal love. Forgetting Krishna, we have created so many objects of questions and answers, but none of them are able to give us complete satisfaction. All things but Krishna give temporary satisfaction only. So if we are to have complete satisfaction, we must take to the questions and answers about Krishna. We cannot live for a moment without being questioned or without giving answers, because the Srimad Bhagavatam deals with questions and answers that are related to Krishna. We can derive the highest satisfaction only by reading and hearing this transcendental literature. One should learn the Srimad Bhagavatam and make an all-round solution to all problems pertaining to social, political or religious matters. Srimad Bhagavatam and Krishna are the sum total of all things. Om Jnana-timirandhasya Jnananjana-shalakaya Chakshurunmilitam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. Munayah sādhu prishtoham bhavadbhir loka-maṅgalam yat kritaha Krishna samprashno yenatma suprasīdati. Sūta Gosvāmī is speaking this verse. In fact, in the very first verse of this chapter, Vyasadeva is saying, Iti samprashna samhrushto vipranam raumaharshanihi pratipujya vachastesham pravaktum upachakrame. He said that Sūta Gosvāmī, the son of Romaharshana, delighted at the questions of the sages, worshipped their words, began to speak. Pratipujya vachastesham means worship those words, worship those questions. In this verse, that worship is seen. He is saying that Munayaha sādhu prishtoham, O great sages headed by Saunaka, wonderful questions you have asked, excellent, sadhu sadhu. Whatever questions you have asked, they are for the welfare of everybody. Bhavadbir loka-maṅgalam. They create auspiciousness for everybody. In fact, their very question is, what is good for everybody? He's telling that this is good for everybody. Your questions. They have also asked, What satisfies the Atma? He's saying that Yatkrta Krishna samprashno yenatma suprasīdati. These questions satisfy the Atma because these questions are relating to the Supreme Lord Krishna. That's why they are Krishna samprashna, they are called. Samprashna means samyak prashna. Very wonderful questions. Why? Because they are relating to Krishna. Srila Prabhupada is saying, since it has been stated herein before that in the Bhagavatam the absolute truth is to be known, the questions of the sages of Naimiṣāraṇya are proper and just because they pertain to Krishna, who is the Supreme Personality of Godhead, the absolute truth. Because Krishna is the absolute truth and the questions are related to Krishna, particularly Lord Krishna, not even his avatars, because it is told that everything in relation to Krishna. When the Athokshaja, Vasudeva and Satvatampati, these were the adjectives used addressing the Supreme Absolute Truth. That makes it clear Krishna. Satvatampati is the Lord of the devotees or the Lord of the Satvata dynasty, Yadu dynasty, that is Krishna. Athokshaja, who is beyond the words, even Vedas. One has to search after Vedas to find Lord Krishna. Sarvasya chaham hrudisannivishto mattasmatir jnanam apohanam cha vedaischa sarver ahameva vedyah. By all the Vedas, I am to be known, Krishna is saying. And the questions are pertaining to the Supreme Lord Krishna. That is why these questions are all auspicious. Loka-maṅgalam. They're for welfare of everyone, and they're also completely satisfying the self. Yenatma suprasīdati. In the Bhagavad Gita, the personality of Godhead says that in all the Vedas there is nothing but the urge for searching after him, Lord Krishna. Vedaischa sarvair ahameva vedyah. Thus, the questions that pertain to Krishna are the sum and substance of all the Vedic inquiries. So that's how these are. Everything is pertaining to Krishna, these questions. And they are the great questions. They bring beneficial for everybody. In fact, Bhagavad Gita is in the form of question and answers. Bhagavatam is in the form of question and answers. All the Puranas are in the form of question and answers. The Vedas, the Upanishads are in the form of question and answers. Entire Vedic literature is in the form of question and answers. The questions pertaining to Lord Krishna is the most wonderful question. Just by asking those questions, one is completely satisfied. Everybody is completely satisfied. All auspiciousness for everybody will happen. Loka-maṅgalam. Then there's a question on this. How can we develop urge to ask questions? That is also answered later. Shushruṣo saddhadhanasya vasudeva katharuchihi syan mahat sevaya vipra punyatirtha nishevana. By associating with devotees, by serving the devotees, Vasudeva katharuchi will come. The attraction for the messages of Vasudeva. Naturally, when one come to that point, he will ask questions only about Krishna. So to ask questions about Krishna, to be able to ask questions about Krishna, one has to serve those who have attraction for Krishna, those devotees. We have to associate with them, we have to serve them, we have to hear from them. That's when we get attraction to ask questions. Prabhupada is continuing. The whole world is full of questions and answers. All the living entities, in their own language, they keep on asking these questions and answers. The birds, beasts and men are all busy in the matter of perpetual questions and answers. Everybody is asking questions. Even birds are asking questions. Beasts are asking questions. Men are asking questions in their own language. And the questions only about eating, sleeping, mating and defending and more sense gratifications. So no value for those questions. In the morning, the birds in the nest become busy with questions and answers. And in the evening also, same birds come back again, become busy with questions and answers. We see a lot of noise early in the morning because birds get up very early, and also in the late evening, they return back. They make so many sounds, keep asking questions. Similarly, the human being, unless he is fast asleep at night, is busy with questions and answers. Except the period of sleep, human beings are also asking questions. How is like, how to get more happy, how to get rid of this problem, how to get rid of that problem. These kinds of questions only are going on. The businessmen in the market also busy with questions and answers. And so also the lawyers in the court and the students in the schools and colleges. There is an exam, question and answer for students. Lawyers also ask question, cross examination. And the businessmen also giving quotes, negotiating questions and answers. Are you keeping any profit? Businessman will say, no, I'm not keeping any profit. I'm giving it for loss for you. Yeah, like this. The legislators in the parliament are also busy with questions and answers, and the politicians and the press representatives are all busy with questions and answers. Parliament, there's only question answer session, there's a question hour. They ask questions, somebody answers, and then there's a fighting. This is what goes on in parliament. And also all the politicians, yeah, somebody raises some comments, some about them, they give answer to them. You are bad, you are like this. I'm not bad, I'm not like this. Somebody poses question, they answer. And press representatives keep on taking the mic and asking everybody, what is your opinion about that? What is your opinion that he's saying that you are corrupt and amass so much money? What are you saying about it? See, this question answer is going. All they go on making such questions and answers for their whole lives. They are not at all satisfied. Irrespective of asking how many questions, no satisfaction at all. Whether you were questioned or you answered, you ask question, you give answer. No satisfaction. Satisfaction of the soul can only be obtained by questions and answers on the subject of Krishna. So that is the point of this verse. Yat krita Krishna samprashno yenatma suprasīdati. Satisfaction will only come by asking questions about Krishna. Why is that? Why satisfaction will not come by asking any number of questions and answers? Why satisfaction will come only by asking questions about Krishna? Who is he? Because he is our most intimate master. Some serve him in Dasya Rasa. His friend. Some serve him in Sakya Rasa. Father or son. Some serve him in Vatsalya Rasa, and the object of conjugal love. Some serve him in Madhurya Rasa, conjugal love. So everybody is having a particular rasa with Krishna. Dasya, Sakya, Vatsalya and Madhurya. And also some are neutral, Shanta Rasa. That is why, because Krishna is their object of love in any of these particular rasas, that is why asking questions about Krishna makes one completely satisfied. Forgetting Krishna, we have created so many objects of questions and answers, but none of them are able to give us complete satisfaction. We park him aside, Krishna, or we'll put him in some altar and close the doors. And then dealing with the material world, asking so many questions and answers, they will not give satisfaction. All things but Krishna give temporary satisfaction only. So if we are to have complete satisfaction, we must take to the questions and answers about Krishna. All those questions about this, that, what is the share market value, this value, which movie is coming, or what is the new song. Yeah, news. So many questions and answers. They will not give satisfaction. Even if one gets some satisfaction, that is temporary. But one question, when we were in the flight, passengers were asking question, what is the cricket score? Pilot taking some time and is answering, oh, cricket score is this thing. Yeah, people want to, even when they're on flight, and a few flights have met with accident and everybody died in the last few days. They should be afraid taking the flight. The people are there also asking questions, what is going on in the cricket match? Yeah, all these things may give some temporary satisfaction, but complete satisfaction will not come unless one is asking questions about Krishna. Why? Because he is the darling of our heart. Why? Because he is our supreme master. Why? Because we are connected with Him. We are searching after happiness. He is the fountainhead of that happiness. Raso Vaisaha is a personification, embodiment of happiness. Happiness personified. And we seek happiness. So questioning about Him, curiosity about Him, that will make the self completely satisfied. Because we cannot live for a moment without being questioned or without giving answers. That's right. We cannot sit quiet. One time I thought I'll do Mauna Vrata. I was tried for 1 or 2 days. Then people keep on asking questions. Then some have to answer. I gave up. Because the Srimad Bhagavatam deals with questions and answers that are related to Krishna, we can derive the highest satisfaction only by reading and hearing this transcendental literature. But questions about Krishna is completely satisfying the self. Because Krishna is our intimate master. We are intimately connected with Him. He gives complete happiness. And we are searching for that happiness. By hearing and reading about Him in the pages of Srimad Bhagavatam, we become completely satisfied. One should learn the Srimad Bhagavatam and make an all-around solutions to all problems. So it's, oh, Srimad Bhagavatam, what kind of questions or answers are asked? My questions and answers are different. I may not derive happiness. No. You understand Srimad Bhagavatam, all your problem of question and answers is completely solved. Because those questions and answers are wonderful. They are pertaining to Lord Krishna and they solve all problems pertaining to social, political or religious matters. Everything. Because Bhagavatam has answered everything. And Bhagavatam rejects all kinds of cheating dharmas, cheating religions. Bhagavatam propounds the highest truth, that is worshipping Krishna without any motive. Srimad Bhagavatam and Krishna are the sum total of all things. Srimad Bhagavatam is the sum total of everything. So anything about Srimad Bhagavatam, anything about Krishna, that is wonderful. What is Srimad Bhagavatam? Simple. Srimad Bhagavatam is about questions and answers about Krishna. The sages asked 6 questions. The sages headed by Naimiṣāraṇya, the sages headed by Shaunaka Muni in Naimiṣāraṇya asked Sūta Gosvāmī 6 questions. In answer to those 6 questions, the entire Bhagavatam is spoken. Similarly, we see Bhagavad Gita is also about questions and answers. Few more points about this verse by our acharyas. In Sūta Gosvāmī, in his Krama Sandarbha, talking about this verse, he is saying that, quoting Sridhar Swami, he is saying, Sūta, satisfied, that is told in the first verse, iti samprashna samhrishtav, and offered obeisances, respects in the second verse and also third verse, and then also doing that Mangalacharana in the fourth verse also. Now he began to respond. Sridhar Swami is saying that since it was said their words are worshipable, pratipujya vachastesham. What is that worship? Sūta worships their statements in this verse. How he is worshipping? He is saying that, O sages, you have inquired from me very well, since this is auspicious for the words, because you have asked about Krishna. A question concerning extracting the essence of the scripture means talking about Krishna. You asked us, speak the essence of scriptures. Speak the essence of scriptures. Essence of scriptures means Krishna, because he is the essence of the scripture. In the later verses, the words Athokshaja, Satvatampati and Vasudeva indicate Krishna is the main subject here. The sages asked about what was best for the human beings. The answer is that The topics about Krishna are best for them since they are auspicious for all people. Loka-maṅgalam. You ask what is Shreya for everybody. That is this questions and answers about Krishna and loka-maṅgalam. The cause is that they please the Atma. Why it is? Because they please the Atma. Yenatma suprasīdati. Atma is pleased when it is inquiring about Krishna, when it is receiving the answers about Krishna. And also Vishnu Chakravarti Thakur, he said, "Oh sages, the questions are very good because I have been asked about what is auspicious for the world. Why is that? Why is that good? You have asked questions about Krishna, all sorts of questions about Krishna, some prashna. And why is that good? By such questions about Krishna, the intellect becomes pleased. Here Atma he has taken as intellect. It is my experience I am telling. Sūta Gosvāmī is telling that my experience that by asking questions about Krishna, Atma is satisfied. And a quick point on from Vaishnava Nandini of Baladev Vidyabhushan. These are the words of praise for the sages. It was previously mentioned that he praised the sages, Pratipuja. He praised the sages and he praised their questions. I have been nicely asked by you because this is auspicious for the world, since your question concerns Krishna, by which the intelligence, Atma, is pleased. You are asking questions about Krishna. So, intelligence, intellect is pleased. Atma is pleased. Everybody will be pleased. It is auspicious. Loka-maṅgalam. I'll stop here. Hare Krishna.